House Minority Whip Steve Scalise joins many other Republican lawmakers standing behind the president's national emergency declaration and tells CBN News he doesn't know how anyone can look at the border situation and deny there's a major problem.
This is clearly one of those cases where the president can declare an emergency, and he has, because there is a crisis at the border, and he's working to keep our country safe.
Scalise is also calling out Democrats, who he says didn't object when former President Barack Obama used executive orders to put his policies in place.
Democrats were silent there, but all of a sudden when it comes to the national security of this country, which is a constitutional responsibility of the president to keep our country safe, when the president's standing up and taking legal action to do it, now all of a sudden they're wondering if it's allowed. The law actually does allow it. The law goes back to 1976, and it's been used dozens of times.
Scalise is also trying to bring the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act to the House floor. A similar bill already failed in the Senate this week, as all but 3 Democrats voted against it.
What we're trying to do is put legal protection in place that most people are shocked to find out doesn't already exist in law.
He needs 218 signatures in order to get a vote, a hard number to come by in the Democrat-controlled House.
You find that so many Democrats are afraid to buck Nancy Pelosi. But again, on this issue, I don't understand how you can allow a baby to be born alive and then let it be murdered and think that that should be legal anywhere.
While this bill is unlikely to make it to the president, Republicans want Democrats on the record regarding this issue heading into the 2020 campaign.
This is an issue that even most people who identify themselves as being pro-choice think it's wrong to kill the baby after it's born alive. So this shouldn't be even part of the abortion debate. This should be a protection that's guaranteed everybody in America.
Scalise also told CBN News about getting involved in Wednesday's Supreme Court arguments on the Bladensburg Peace Cross.
This case has real serious implications on grave sites all across this country. If you look at what they're trying to do, they're trying to say that you can't display a cross on a grave site.
He fears the ruling could eventually determine whether religious symbols will be permitted on headstones in military cemeteries on public land.
Go to Arlington Cemetery, go to any military cemetery, and you see whether it's Star of David or a cross, people that want to be buried and have a religious symbol affixed to their headstone. But ultimately, if we don't get the right ruling from the Supreme Court, it could put at jeopardy all of our cemeteries like Arlington. So it's got a lot of national implications.
The justices could ultimately rule on just this case or ones that are very similar, or issue a broader decision that determines when religious symbols are allowed in the public sphere. Reporting from Capitol Hill, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.